Hey guys, it's Thomas here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another update from Stagedoor Studios. I've done a few bits and bobs to this park now off camera, so I just thought it was now was the perfect time really for another update to the park. Just in the entrance here, I decided to change the colour of the top floor of the buildings here to white, just to kind of make sure it wasn't too repetitive and bland. I did think when I looked at it again that the colours were a little bit repetitive, so I thought adding the white there made a nice little difference, made it a little bit brighter. As we come through here, I've changed the colour of these buildings as well to white and blue, and then I'll be along here. I'll be putting in some buildings and the wooden beams like I have done here. I'll put some shops in, etc. One of the big buildings I've put in is this sort of refreshment building here. I don't know why this colour hasn't updated, to be fair. That should be orange. There we go. So yeah, I've put this refreshment building in here, and what I wanted to do was just have a bit of a nice entrance building. And I was watching M&J Games' Let's Play video the other day, where he's put a stroller section into his park, or pushchairs if you're from the UK. So I kind of used a similar idea, but rather than making a building for it, I just thought using this area outside of here, kind of taped off, would be a good area to put that. And then I've just kind of made a small desk, just outside for fast passes. Obviously, if the guests do want an actual fast pass, they will have to get that from guest services or from the information kiosk. And then I've just put another staff room down the side here, which they will go into. We'll have a look inside here. I've put in a wishing well. I wanted a feature that wasn't a usual feature. So yeah, I decided to put a bit of a fountain in and turn it into a wishing well. So yeah, that's what I've gone for there. Just put a bit of a fence around it where people can chuck pennies and coins in. I've got some pictures along the walls here, and then I've got a Just Ribbon, Street Fox coffee and a gulpy. People have been using these benches inside here to sit down. I think these guys have just left. I did find that as soon as I put these in, all of the guests came into this building, and I think I didn't have any drink shops in before that, so it was causing a bit of a crowd, so I have moved them about now. Yeah, and I've got some speakers in here, one down there, and then some on the walls there, just to kind of set the tone. So yeah, we'll go over here. This is where I'll put the other drink shop, which you can see is quite busy as well. There's another gulpy. Yeah, the guests are definitely thirsty, so I do need to make sure I need to put a few more of those down now. As we come down the main street, I've put in some benches and bins along here. I've finished the lighting along the streets, so I've put lampposts all down here and all down the far end as well. And that is pretty much it, other than the big building you can see here, which is the Nakatomi Plaza from Die Hard. Now, the Plaza building itself was made by Boz Midget Slayer, who I've just mentioned here. As I say, I did speak to Boz before using it. I mean, things are on the workshop for you to use. Obviously, people upload them for you to go on and use. But I would always say, if you're going to use something, big or something that someone's put a lot of effort into, I would always credit them, just something like that, just so you can, just so it's fair on them to, that they get the credit for doing the work. So yeah, that's what I've done there. On the outside, you can see I've got the police, I've got the TV crew and media just here, and up there I have the helicopter. Along with that, at night time, you can see the whole building is lit up quite well, or as well as it would be at night anyway. Now, this ride is a Horror Heights ride, which is part of the Studios pack. Now, I had to find a way to get this in, because the tower, obviously it goes all the way up the building here, but there is a backwards and forwards section. So the way I decided to do it was put in a multi-storey car park on the back. So I built this car park, of which the car goes up the lift here and goes into the building, and then goes down and comes out the bottom. There you can see the station, which has got Argyle's limo in from the film. So yeah, that's the station, and then for the queue line, I've just kind of got this chain link fence around the back. It just goes back and forth until they get on the ride. The only downside to this ride is the turnover of guests, because the ride itself lasts about 2 minutes, and there's only one car allowed on it at once. So yeah, it can be a slow one for guests, so the guests do get bored of queuing. So that is one thing I would watch out for. If you do want to look at this ride, it is on the workshop. I have uploaded it. So if you search for Stagedoor Studios or just search Tommy CM on the PS Workshop, and you should find it. However, I would recommend, if you're coming to use the Die Hard ride, I would go to daytime just so you can see the scenes. Hopefully you do recognise the scenes that I've put in. I have tried to stick with ones that are in the film. Yeah, hopefully they are recognisable. I would have liked a little bit more space if I was making another one of these towers, because the scenes don't take up a large footprint, because I've tried to fit them inside this tower. So I mean, just for an example, it's not the biggest area to play with, but I've done what I can with it, and I'm pleased with how it's turned out. I love Boz's Nakatomi Plaza building. I think it looks great. But if you are going to make one of these, I would make the scenes bigger, so there's a lot more to look at, a lot more to play with. So what I will do is we'll hop on just here, because this car's just about to leave, and I would recommend sitting in seat 3, sit back and enjoy Die Hard the ride. That is Die Hard the ride. Let's just go and have a look at some of these scenes, just so we can see what is actually going off here. So obviously this one is where this is where John McClane shoots Hans Gruber and he falls through the window. Now obviously in the film he actually hangs on to him and then lets go, and you see him fall. The reason why John McClane's a police officer in this is because the characters that actually have the ability to shoot in this game are very limited to cowboys, bandits, spacemen and police officers. So I had to go for a police officer and make his uniform white to try and get as close to John McClane as I could. And then if we go down here, we have the bad guy that he kills in the lift, the blonde guy, and he writes on his jumper, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho." Obviously I can't write on his jumper, so I'll put it on the wall there, and so I've gone for like a lift effect just here. Down here, these are the bad guys and the hostages when they first get them. Here, this is where Hans kills the owner of the building, because he doesn't give him the code to the vault. So that's why he shoots him, and then the screen went red. I'd used a time sequencer to do that. Then if we go down here, we've just got John McClane taking out two bad guys. That's just what I've gone for on that scene. And then finally on the ground floor, we've got a couple of Christmas trees, because it is the best Christmas film in the world. And then we have the police officer who comes in to look round for any disturbances and can't see any. So yeah, those are the scenes I went for. I hope you did recognise most of them anyway. But yeah, really happy with that. I would recommend, if you are building one of these Horror Heights ride, do your research on the timings, get the timings for each floor right, because it's not a standard sequence, it's not a standard trigger sequence like a coaster. So yeah, definitely have a look at your timings, and also give yourself as much of a platform as possible. As I say, I wanted to fit it into the Nakatomi building without hanging over the edge, obviously, and I have managed it, but it wasn't the most spacious. So if you're going to do it, give yourself plenty of room to to make it as detailed and filled out as possible, because the more detail you put onto something like this, the better it will look. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed that. I'm pleased with how this park's kind of progressing. I do like the buildings we've got going off at the minute, and I'll put in some more buildings along this corner here to complete this strip. And then once that is done, we can expand probably out that way and out that way around the park. So yeah, that is I think episode 3 of Stagedoor Studios. If you did enjoy that, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new. I'm really enjoying this park to get some movie references in. I'm a massive fan of movie-based parks, so yeah, really am enjoying this. So yeah, if you do want to see more, then stick around. So we shall see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.